Hey, it's the start of the NBA playoffs, and we are on it for you. And it's major championship week in golf. We got the PGA picks for you. Who's going to step forward this week? Welcome to the May 18th edition of Father, Son, and Holy Sport. I'm G-Man from Ohio. There's T-Money from San Francisco. What's up, T?
What's going on, G-Man? Just enjoying like beach vibes, coming back from Hawaii here. I forgot I had my Hawaiian shirt. Oh, haven't had to take the sunglasses off in about a week now. I guess I just forgot they were on. I like glued to my face now. So enjoying being back, ready to talk some sports here and my laid back Hawaiian vibes. Maybe I'll go easy on some people this week,
Yeah, we missed you on the mainland. I hope you had a good time. And hey, we got a great show going on there, man. Jam-packed. We got Ross v. Ross for everybody tonight, focusing on which sporting event faces the most pressure. And we have the T-Ross chug and chant for you. Watch out, Rory. And we're going to give you some big picks tonight for the PGA to win you some cash, man.
Yeah,
G-Man's hot. And one of the fun segments to try to stump T-Money and the Woundwise IQ trivia of the week. T-Money, here's the question for you to think about.
Okay.
Which NBA team has the best postseason record in NBA history?
All right.
Which team has the best postseason record in NBA history? You think you know that, man?
I think I know.
You think you know? All right. Hey, y'all, if you like what you're seeing every week, go and like and subscribe us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, all the platforms we're out there. Just look for our name at Father, Son, and Holy Sport. Hey, we'd love to have you like and subscribe everything for us. We appreciate that. Trying to build up our user base. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to subscribe, baby. And, now we'll kick it off. Let's get into the Ross rundown then, baby. All right, we'll start off here. G-Man, should the Lakers be worried about getting out of the play-in tournament here? They just ended up as the 7th seed, which means they got to win at least one game out of the next two to make it into the actual playoffs. Should they be worried about getting out?
Well, they should be worried because they're not playing well and they have no depth behind LeBron and AD. So they should be worried, but I think they're going to get in. I think they'll get past it. They could even lose the first game to Golden State, still get in. So they're going to make it through. But yeah, they should be worried. They're in trouble, man. LeBron's not 100%, and neither is AD.
So you're saying, should they be worried for the playoffs or should they worry about the play-in?
They should be worried about both.
Well,
Steph could take them down in that first game.
Well, my answer is hell no. Okay. Let's just start with this. If they happen to lose to the Warriors, they then play the Spurs or the Grizzly. And I don't even have a thought about them. There's no way they lose to them. So they're getting into the playoffs. Now, the Warriors. Am I worried about Steph Curry? No, he's LeBron's little baby brother. LeBron's got his number. I don't know if you remember that crazy championship when they came back from 3-1. LeBron blocked Steph in game 6 and looked at him like, you little boy. Little boy. Who the hell do you think? I'm going to come back and take this championship from you. And since then, it's been all she wrote for the Warriors, or Steph versus LeBron at least. And Steph's the only guy in the Warriors. There's no one else. So you want to talk about depth? I'm not worried about the Warriors. The rest of the team is trash. And the Lakers are getting out of this playing easy. They're the number 1 defense in basketball. That's how you win playoff games.
They're still rated number 2 chance to win it all. Most people would say still the favorite to win it all, even despite everything that's happened. They've completely fallen apart. I mean, you look back a month ago, and no one was projecting them in the play-in tournament, so they've not done well, and they're still rated the team to win it all.
I mean, it's hard because you brought in a lot of pieces at the trade deadline and the buyout market, and LeBron and AD were out with injuries, so they're still struggling to get themselves together. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think they make the finals, Western Conference Finals, without a problem. But we'll see. We'll see.
All right. What else you got on your mind, man?
All right.
What else you thinking about?
Let's run down here to the next topic. Who do you think? Obviously we have big Packers dispute. Rodgers is upset with the Packers and wants them to do more here. They just haven't really helped him out, and he's frustrated. Who's gone first? Rodgers or Packers GM Gutekunst, which is a great name to say. Who's gone first?
Well, who's gone first is different than who's fired first, right?
Yeah, same thing.
Hey, man, I think they both have leverage. You know, people say, well, Rodgers has leverage. Yeah, he does have leverage, but so do the Packers. I mean, they got him locked into this contract. Basically, he can't really leave unless he wants to sit out. So, I mean, they've got an edge on him. And hey, the word on the street is they went to him and said, we're going to make you the highest paid quarterback in football. So that's what they're talking about now. And money talks, Tmoney. You know that because your nickname's Tmoney.
Well, he supposedly turned it down. So I don't know. I agree with you.
You know that's getting his attention, though.
It is. But here's the thing. The Packers have a little bit of leverage because there's no owner that Rodgers can go to here. There's no one. The GM is the highest guy. There's a board of people that hire the GM, but the GM's like the highest guy in the Packers organization because there's no owner. But if Rodgers wants him out, he's going to be out. They're not trading Rodgers. They're stupid if they do. Where could he actually go? The Broncos, the Raiders, none of them have actual chances of being better situations than where he is now. Now, the GM has not done anything to help Rodgers. So I think Gutekunst is gone.
Oh, no way. No, there's no way you let a player, no matter how good they are, get somebody fired in the general manager position. There's no way. Now, you can't give him that kind of control over the team. No, that's that GM, this guy's an executive, man. This guy's an executive, okay? That's not going to happen.
And what does he make? $700K a year? Aaron Rodgers makes $40 million a year. So
he's running the team, and you know this guy's running the team. He's not going to let that happen. This is one player. Aaron Rodgers is not bigger than Green Bay football. The fans are starting to get ticked at Aaron Rodgers. Believe it or not, the fans are starting to shift.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. If I had to pick one, though, as I was saying, if you had to pick one. Who would you choose? If one has to go, who's gone first?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers will sit at home, watch the Green Bay Packers play.
So you think he'll sit out?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's spicy, Gary. That's a spicy take.
He sits out.
But does that mean does he sit out because he wants Gutekunst gone and they don't fire Gutekunst? And then they do fire Gutekunst because he sits out? I just like saying the word Gutekunst. I can keep saying Gutekunst if you want to say Gutekunst, but I just want to know how you feel about Gutekunst.
I think he's an executive. He's going to maintain his power and his control. He's not at risk.
All right. Well,
this is all business, man.
It's all business.
He's going to throw the money at Aaron and make him number one paid guy. And Aaron's going to say, you see that? I'm the number one paid guy. Because have you looked at the other guys on the list? Yeah. Look at who the top 5 are in terms of pay. And you got guys ahead of him like Deshaun Watson, who's in all this trouble. Aaron's not in any trouble. I mean, you look at those top 5 guys. Aaron should be the top guy, or at least top 2.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. We'll see who's still left standing at the beginning of the season. So, but
hey, man, we'll continue to run. We're getting psyched up here with football. We're getting psyched up even though it's off season.
We'll continue the rundown here. And you're talking about business. Let's talk about some personal business. Tim Tebow gets signed by the Jags. Is Tim Tebow a distraction, Gary?
I don't think that's a big thing, him distracting. Is he going to draw the media? Yeah, he's going to draw it away from Trevor, and it's going to go toward Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer, which is what they want. But really, in the end, I think this is a pro game. This is about culture. This is about the locker room. This is about the culture of the team. And Urban's a great coach. He's going to come in with all kinds of new ideas like this one. Tim Tebow is tight end. You know, Urban's going to bring that stuff. He's very creative.
Yeah.
But will he win that locker room over? I think it's all about the culture, and can he win that?
Yeah, so I kind of have two sides of the coin here. I first off want to say it's annoying to a lot of people that he gets this chance, right? But that's football, man. It's all about who you know. That's life. It's all about who you know over what you know. So being a personal business here, I don't mind him bringing in someone that he knows from a past coaching job. My only problem is Tebow is a distraction. The one guy is Tim Tebow. You can't bring him in. And your first big decision as an NFL head coach you've ever made is bringing in the most polarizing NFL player ever. And a guy who hasn't played in 8 years. You're not only going to lose the locker room, but you're going to lose your credibility. And now your face of the franchise is no longer your rookie quarterback projected to be the next John Elway. It's instead your 17th string tight end, Tim Tebow.
Yeah. Now, I think we're kind of agreeing. And overall, in the big picture, I think you look at Jacksonville, they won one game last year. You look at their division, you got Indy and Tennessee, both at 11-5. And Jacksonville won one game. Okay, so if you want to be successful in this division, you got to play at that Indy, Tennessee level if you're Jacksonville. And Tebow's not going to make that difference. It's going to come from the whole rest of the team. Are they good tacklers, and can they catch the ball, and all the fundamentals? Can they play at that Indy level?
Like I said, I agree with you there. And let's get started here. Trevor Lawrence better get used to losing. This guy's only lost 4 times ever as a starter in high school and college. Get used to losing, son, because you're probably going to lose 4 games in your first 4 games. Okay. You just get ready here. But my biggest thing is, you don't want Trevor Lawrence's every question have to revolve around Tim Tebow. You don't want Urban Meyer's every question to be, when are we going to see Tim Tebow? That's the problem. He becomes an added distraction on an already bad team, and you're trying to build a culture. You just don't need that. You just don't need it. So in the end, he's a distraction that was not needed. Now, good for Tim Tebow, because somehow he's still playing professional sports when he's like 35 and hasn't played in 8 years and never played the position. Good for him, and all more power to him. But, if I was a player on the team, I'd be pissed purely because it's a distraction. I don't care that he's going to be a tight end or that he took someone's roster spot. I just think he's a distraction.
I know I'm saying this stuff too, but I'm a Tim Tebow fan. I'm on his side on this whole thing. I love you, Tim Tebow. And hey, Tim Tebow, no one's going to work as hard at this podcast as I'm going to work the rest of this year. And no one's going to work as hard as Tmoney's going to work the rest of this year on this podcast. Love you, Tim Tebow. You get me fired up, man.
That was an amazing impression there. That was unbelievable. God. That was unbelievable.
Hey, after all of that, Tmoney could probably use a beer, so we're going to send him off to one of the most popular segments on the show, a T-Ross Chug and Chant. Tmoney's going to run up to the rooftop. We'll see you in a bit, T. This segment's brought to you by Help Me Startup. Do you have a startup or new company idea? Why not get help from the experts at Help Me Startup? Try the easy-to-use startup tools and advice to help you get moving on your way toward investment and success. Learn more at helpmestartup.co. All right, let's go to Tmoney high up on the San Francisco rooftops. It's time for the T-Ross Chug and Chant.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your main man, Tmoney, up here on the SF rooftop. A little windy today, so hopefully we can get this one in. But I'm ready for a nice little chug and chant after I had a beautiful, beautiful week in Hawaii. Up here, catching up rays still, but looking nice and tan for y'all. Let me chug this beer. I'm going to do a little chug and chant and tell you what I'm feeling like. It's a cold one, so give me a second. This might hurt. Woo! Like that burp. All right, G-Man, here you go. Let me give this to you here. We had the PGA Championship coming up. You know who I'm talking to here? Rory McIlroy. I'm talking to you, big man. You were supposed to be the next big thing in golf, man. I remember Jack Nicklaus said back when you were on your tear that you could win 15 to 20 majors. You could be an all-time great. Where you been, homie? Haven't won a major in 7 years. You just got your first win in 18 months. I mean, come on. You were anointed the next Tiger Woods. You've had some major chokes down the stretch. Well, you need to pick up your game here. I don't care if you win this little rinky-dink thing in Mexico, then you win another PGA Tour event over in Pennsylvania. No, you want to be a great, you win majors. You get 4 a year, bro. You didn't even make the cut at the Masters. What the hell is going on with you, man? You need to pick it up. Now, you won here in Hawaii at the PGA Championship. The last time you won a major, I think it was 2012. Come on, man. It's set up for you to win this. Prove to me that you want to be a big boy here and join the best guys. Come on, Rory. You need to pick up your game. G-Man, where do you stand on this?
Hey, great chug there. Great burp, too. I don't think I've heard your burp yet, T-Money. Is he working his way back down here? But, hey, it's windy up there on the rooftop above the skyline there in San Francisco. And it's going to be windy at the PGA, too. But I'm with you, T-Money, once again. There's T-Money. I'm with you, man. Sorry, Rory. I like Rory. I'm a Rory fan, but I think T-Money's right. I think Rory's getting a little soft, T-Money. He's got a kid now. Is he losing some of that competitive edge, man?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening to him, man. I mean, it's crazy because the guy hasn't won a major in 7 years, and he only needs to win the Masters to have a career major Grand Slam. Like, it's pretty impressive what he did back in 2012 through 2014. I mean, he was killing it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I just think he's got to do better. He's playing at the same place when he won his last PGA championship in Hawaii. So that's good for him. But come on, man, you're better than this. You were knighted as one of the next best great golfers, and being top 5 in the world for the past 7 years just isn't that impressive to me.
Yeah. I don't know about this top X in the world thing. I don't know how they calculate that, but it's not recognizable. I think they need to change these rankings. I don't know how they're doing them. But who's number 1, who's number 2, it really doesn't fit what's really happening on the ground.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a world golf rankings. They have their own system of how they do things. So yeah, I'm not sure. But like I said, it's just congrats on being top 10 again, Rory. But until you win some majors again, like
he's in the top 10.
So
is that how even this league is, this PGA league, how even it is that he's still in the top 10. He hasn't won a major, as you said, since 2014. He just missed the cut to the Masters. How's this guy still in the top 10? Is it because everyone else is kind of doing the same thing?
Well, I mean,
I don't get it, man.
He's finished top 5 and top 10 in other events this year. He just had a horrible Masters. Now that was on him, but in golf in general is a lot more competitive than it used to be. Now the top level players are still about the same. It's more the middle of the pack that has kind of come up to be better than average. So if you have an off day, you could really drop in those rankings. Whereas the top is pretty much the top other than Tiger. That's how the experts say. So we'll see. Come on, Rory. Come on.
Come on, Rory. We're both on you, Rory. I'm agreeing with T-Money, man. All right, let's go to the Ross v. Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if Rory can't take on T-Money, I'll try to take on T-Money and the Ross v. Ross. Okay? And the question, T-Money, in which sports championship do you feel the most pressure? In which sports championship do you feel the most pressure? Is it Major Championship Sunday like Rory's going to face? Is it the Super Bowl, or is it something else?
All right. I think it's a major Sunday. I think it's a major Sunday. I think golf is the most mentally tough sport out there. I think everyone's kind of acknowledged that. Now, Super Bowls might be harder to win because it's a full team sport, but pressure-wise, one bad swing and you can get caught in your own head. Other games, you can kind of get in the flow of things. And you're trying to remember plays and you're taking hits and blocking people and coaches are talking to you and, but all you have is you in your head as you walk to the next ball and try to hit this ball after shanking one on Major Sunday. I mean, could you imagine right now knowing you're up one shot on Tiger Woods with 3 holes left? I would be shitting my pants. Okay. That is pressure right there. And a major championship like the PGA this weekend or the Masters, that Sunday would be a lot of pressure.
Well, I agree that's a lot of pressure, but I agree with everything you said, but I do think you got to put it in perspective by what's happening in that one event. I think it's got to be a lose or you're out scenario. You got to be taking a shot, making a putt, doing a free throw, making a penalty kick. That step that you're taking to win that game, you have to be in a lose then you're out scenario. It can't be that you're tied, you're trying to win, or you're a little bit ahead and you're trying to get further ahead. It's got to be, you miss it, man. You lose.
No, I mean, I agree with you there. I'm just saying, but I'm talking about a whole game of the Super Bowl. Now, if you're telling me, it's one throw to win the Super Bowl or one putt to win the Masters, I don't know if I could choose there because
You're not tied.
I'm
not saying you're tied.
I know it's to
It's
win.
not.
I'm just saying, like,
No.
it's all.
It's lose or you're out. I'm saying you're behind. You needed to tie or win. You're shooting a free throw and you're behind.
Well, what is your answer then? I don't even. Okay, I get you there.
My answer. I'm gonna tell you a little story, and then I'm gonna tell you my answer. Okay. The
go.
unforgettable story. Okay. I have a guy named Derek Redmond who's right there behind me. Look at Derek Redmond.
Yeah.
He's a 400-meter runner. Okay. 1988, he goes to Seoul for the Olympics. Right before the start of the race, he's warming up. He withdrew because of injury. Could not compete. He was one of the top runners for Great Britain.
Yep.
And he had set the British record in the 400, 44 seconds, 44.82. He set the record for Britain. This guy's a top guy. He does not succeed in Seoul. He had to withdraw. He comes back in 1992 to run the 400. And this is the moment with his dad. This is a picture of him and his dad. I thought of you, man. Look at this guy. He pulls a muscle. The 400, for those of you who don't know, it's one lap around the track. Halfway around the track, he pulls his hamstring so bad that he fell down. He finishes his race with his dad. His dad came running out of the stands. Security was trying to stop his dad. His dad picks him up, puts his arm around him, carries him to the finish line. He finishes. The guy does not win a gold. One of the greatest runners in British 400-meter history.
Yep.
Doesn't win. And that's why my pick is the Olympics. Every 4 years, it's either you win or you lose, man. It's win or lose. And you have a moment like that where you train for 4 years and the pressure's on and you only got one race. That's it. I think that's where the biggest pressure is.
Okay. So
Derek Redmond, man.
I will say I love that pick because yes, it is every 4 years. Now, Olympics in general, I will give you, but track and field, as a person who did it specifically, I'm not sure because, and maybe in a longer distance race when you have time to think, but you're talking about a 400-meter race here. That is pure adrenaline and over in 40 seconds. There's not really time to think. There's no pressure. You know what I mean? Like when I'm thinking pressure, I think my palms are so sweaty, this golf club might come out of my hand when I'm hitting this putt. I am shaking so hard that I'm afraid my knees will buckle when I shoot this free throw. All right. My heart is racing so hard that I'm afraid it's going to go further than the football when I throw it. That's pressure. That's pressure.
Well, and you're acting like a track athlete does not have mental strength.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They just have to physically just have it. But really, you think of all the time leading up to that race, it could be what they do in their routines, in their diet, what they do to train up to that event. All of that is getting them mentally ready so that they're confident when that gun goes.
But I want to know when LeBron James is feeling pressure. I want to know when Tiger Woods is feeling pressure. They got the confidence. But what's the most pressure that someone's going to be under? Shooting a free, let's say you get fouled and the NBA finals, you're down 2 and you get 2 shots to tie to go to overtime in the NBA finals on the buzzer beater. Now that's pressure at that free throw.
That's
line.
pressure.
That's what I'm saying.
Agree.
These guys running a 400-meter race, I'm not sure. But now if you tell me long distance, I'll give you that because my mind is racing.
It sounds like you're kind of leaning toward my answer a little bit. And I appreciate that.
I'll take it. There you go, Rory. There you go. G-Man took me out, I guess, Rory. He just wins when he says he wins.
Hey, when you're in control of the agenda and the flow, you get to do that. But hey,
congrats on winning, Gary.
Hey, G-Man. Hey, G-Man's going to take you to the next segment. We're going to do some picks, T-Money. Okay? And hey, G-Man nailed it for y'all last time, picking Portland plus the points against the Lakers coming down the stretch, and they won it outright. You should have bet the money line. I should have told y'all money line.
Yeah,
man. I'll tell you what, we're going to do some golf picks today for you, we're going to give
Yeah,
you the
buddy.
top 5 lock for the PGA Championship. Who's going to finish in that top 5? Tmoney, you go first. Who's your pick to finish in the top 5? Somebody can win some money on.
All right. I'm going with Xander Schauffele. All right.
Oh,
22 to 1 odds here. Okay.
Woo.
I like Xander a lot. He has been 4 top 5 finishes this year, as well as recently tied for 3rd at the Masters. Now, he kind of choked that one away, but he was still 3rd at the Masters and could have easily won that. I think his time's due, man. He has been really showing out the past couple majors. He's number 4 in the world, has yet to win a major. I think it's his time, and I think he's a top 5 lock.
Well, if you'd have said top 10 lock, I'd say you're right. But a top 5, I'm a little bit worried about him getting in that top 5.
All right. All right.
Hey, Rory's a favorite. He's 11 to 1. You know, he won 2 weeks ago, as you mentioned, but he hasn't won a major in 7 years. I'm not going there. John Rahm, I just saw before we got on here and started recording. John Rahm's now second at 12 to 1. He's 12 to 1. Rory's 11 to 1. And I like John Rahm, but I don't know. I know he's got 9 of top 10 finishes, 9 top 10 finishes this year, but I don't know. I'm going with that third group. The 14 to 1 guys is Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Bryson DeChambeau. I'm taking Justin Thomas out of that group to be my lock for the top 5. I just think he's confident. I heard him talking earlier today about how he's playing in the practice rounds. He just looks confident to me. And I like the fact that he's won this event. In 2017, he won this event. It's going to be a tough course. This is going to be a very difficult course. It's graded the hardest course in the country by Golf Digest. So this is going to take every facet of your game. And I think Justin Thomas is one of those guys that has every facet.
I like it. I'm a big JT fan. I think he's going to do really well here. He was probably my next pick if I had to choose one. I like him a lot. Watch out, Scotty Scheffler. Sleeper pick there.
Oh, hey, my sleeper pick's Matsuyama. He's at 33 to 1, man. I got to put some money on that. 33 to 1? The guy just won a major.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
you like how I stuck that in there before you?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I was ready with one.
I know you were. I knew you would be, so that's why we were only supposed to give one, and I knew you would have an extra.
You were waiting, and I didn't even. I was trying to be respectful this time, and you freaking did it to me. Hey, let's go to the Woundwise trivia of the week.
All right.
Brought to you by Woundwise IQ. It's a patented mobile imaging and analytics software app that's used by leading physicians and nurses caring for people with chronic wounds. Just download the app from the App Store. You're ready to go. Learn more at woundwiseiq.com. Let's go to the trivia of the week. Tmoney. Which NBA team has the best postseason record in NBA history?
So I'm not sure if this is some sort of trick question where like one team won a championship one time and then they've never made the playoffs again or something. That's what scares me about this. But I think
I've stumped you 2 weeks in a row so far.
But
so you better get this right because
now,
I'm counting on you, man.
Let me just say, it's probably the Lakers or Boston. They both have the most championships ever. The Boston was just so dominant back in the day. I think they won like 8 straight. So I got to go with Boston. I just think they have the most history, the most deep playoff runs. I think the Lakers now have the most championships or tied with the most championships with Boston. So I think it's Boston Celtics.
No, it was not. It was the 2016-2017 Golden State Warriors.
Whoa. I thought you were saying a franchise.
No, I said which team.
Okay, well, I mean, there's been plenty of teams to go 15-1 in the playoffs.
No.
Yeah,
no.
I think the 76ers did it one time.
16-1. Hey, man. Hey, I'm the one asking the questions here, man. You always challenge the validity of my research, okay?
Oh my gosh.
They went 16-1.
Yeah.
It's the best postseason record ever.
Yep.
Golden State Warriors. Remember, they had went to the finals the year before. They made it to the finals. They were runner-up. They go out and get Kevin Durant, and they go and win this season with Kevin. Then they win the next one. So they won 2 in a row. They had the Fantastic Four with Kevin and Steph and Klay Thompson and Draymond. Those 4 go and do it. They go 16-1. So
Yeah.
that was the best playoff run of any team in history. And you know who the second was? You almost got the second one. It was the Lakers, man. The Lakers were the second team. The 2001 Lakers won 15-1.
Yes. Okay. So let me preface this here. Okay. For one, I thought you were talking about all-time franchise records. Okay. That's what I thought you were saying. Best all-time combined playoff record by a franchise. I knew the Warriors went 16-1. I knew the Lakers did that. Okay. And I know that the 76ers did it back in the day because they called the 4-5-4, right? They called it. And so I would have known this question. Just let me put a pin in that I would like to do research and come back next week on the trivia and make sure that who has the best franchise playoff record ever. That's what I want.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Well, the 17 Warriors had 16-1, Lakers 2015-1. And you're right. The 76ers in 83, 12-1.
Yep. See, 76ers. Gotcha.
Yeah, you had you had the teams, but you missed Golden State, my man. You missed Golden State, and you're a San Francisco guy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
gosh. You're living right there, man. You're like walking down the street and you're having a little wine, you know, sitting outside with your girl.
I knew the answer.
Overlooking the bay. You can probably see the stadium, you know.
Okay, let me just preface this. I did just Google this while you were giving your cute little rant about how some way you said the question properly, even though you didn't. It is the Los Angeles Lakers. So I was wrong on the trivia, but I knew it was one of the two. They have a 600 record in the postseason. So the Lakers are the best all-time franchise playoff.
Well, Tmoney, it's been great having you back. I missed you last week. Hey, we hope you all love the show. We love all of you guys, no matter what part of the country you're from. And thank you to Woundwise IQ for sponsoring our Trivia of the Week. And thank you to Help Me Startup for sponsoring the T. Ross Chug and Chant. It was a good one. And next show, we're going to run down what happened at the PGA. We're going to start picking up steam on the NBA as the playoffs continue. And if you're interested in sponsoring, please reach out to us. If you're interested in being a guest, let us know. If you like the show, make sure you subscribe and like our stuff at Father, Son, and Holy Sport. And Tmoney, have fun watching the PGA this weekend.
All right. You too. I'll be wearing my Hawaiian shirt, enjoying the time on the couch, just relaxing. And you have a good one, G. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. See ya.
Peace.